Philosophy of psychology refers to issues at the theoretical foundations of modern psychology. Some of these issues are epistemological concerns about the methodology of psychological investigation. For example, what is the most appropriate methodology for psychology, mentalism, behaviorism, or a compromise? Are self-reports a reliable data-gathering method? What conclusions can be drawn from null hypothesis tests? Can first-person experiences be measured objectively? Other issues in philosophy of psychology are philosophical questions about the nature of mind, brain, and cognition, and are perhaps more commonly thought of as part of cognitive science, or philosophy of mind, such as, what is a cognitive module? Are humans rational creatures? What psychological phenomena come up to the standard required for calling it knowledge? What is innateness? Philosophy of psychology also closely monitors contemporary work conducted in cognitive neuroscience, evolutionary psychology, and artificial intelligence, for example questioning whether psychological phenomena can be explained using the methods of neuroscience, evolutionary theory, and computational modeling, respectively. Although these are all closely related fields, some concerns still arise about the appropriateness of importing their methods into psychology. Some such concerns are whether psychology, as the study of individuals as information processing systems, is autonomous from what happens in the brain. Whether the mind is hardwired enough for evolutionary investigations to be fruitful. And whether computational models can do anything more than offer possible implementations of cognitive theories that tell us nothing about the mind. Philosophy of psychology is a relatively young field because scientific psychology that is, psychology that favors experimental methods over introspection came to dominate psychological studies only in the late 19th century. One of philosophy of psychology's concerns is to evaluate the merits of the many different schools of psychology that have been and are practiced. For example, cognitive psychology's use of internal mental states might be compared with behaviorism, and the reasons for the widespread rejection of behaviorism in the mid-20th century examined. Topics that fall within philosophy of mind, of course, go back much farther. For example, questions about the very nature of mind, the qualities of experience, and particular issues like the debate between dualism and monism have been discussed in philosophy for many centuries. Related to philosophy of psychology are philosophical and epistemological inquiries about clinical psychiatry and psychopathology. Philosophy of psychiatry is mainly concerned with the role of values in psychiatry, derived from philosophical value theory and phenomenology, values-based practices aimed at improving and humanizing clinical decision-making in the highly complex environment of mental health care. Philosophy of psychopathology is mainly involved in the epistemological reflection about the implicit philosophical foundations of psychiatric classification and evidence-based psychiatry. Its aim is to unveil the constructive activity underlying the description of mental phenomena. See also: Philosophy of social science. References. Further reading: The London Philosophy Study Guide offers many suggestions on what to read, depending on the student's familiarity with the subject. Philosophy of Psychology. J. Stacey Adams. 1976. Advances in Experimental Social Psychology. Academic Press, 1976. ISBN 0120152096, 9780120152094. Leonard Berkowitz. 1972. Social Psychology. Scott Forsman and Colorado, 1972. Ned Block. 1980. Readings in Philosophy of Psychology, Volume 1. Harvard University Press, 1980. ISBN 0674748876-X, 9780674748767. Stuart C. Brown, Royal Institute of Philosophy 1974. Macmillan, 1974. Original from the University of Michigan, Joseph Margolis. 2008. Philosophy of Psychology. Prentice Hall Foundations of Philosophy Series. Prentice Hall, 1984. ISBN 0136643264, 9780136643265. Ken Richardson 2008. Understanding Psychology. Open University Press, 1988. ISBN 0335098428, 9780335038422. George Botterill, Peter Carruthers 1999. The Philosophy of Psychology. Cambridge University Press. ISBN 0521559154, 9780521559157. Craig Stephen Titus. 2009. Philosophical Psychology, Psychology, Emotions, and Freedom. CUA Press. ISBN 0977310361, 9780977310364. Jose Bermudez. 2005. Philosophy of Psychology, A Contemporary Introduction. Routledge. ISBN 9780415368629. Terence Horgan, John Teenson 1996. Connectionism and the Philosophy of Psychology. MIT Press. ISBN 0262082489, 9780262082488. External links. Part 7 of 9 papers, Philosophy of Cognitive Science, http://www.artsalbertacafalofpsych PDF.